Is it just me, or perhaps you have noticed them as well? I'm talking about the poor and middle-class people splurging themselves in the luxury fashion nowadays. In contrast, the ultra-rich live in a simple, unbranded but elegant lifestyle. Have you ever wondered why? Or it may be that you consider yourself one of those who reward themselves with these luxury brands. Well, perhaps we can talk about it and discuss why the ultra-rich don't splurge themselves into branded, well-known luxury fashion these days. Have you seen Mark Zuckerberg wearing a Louis Vuitton shirt? Bill Gates covered with dazzling Gucci logos? Or imagine Elon Musk singing and explaining why there's a Versace on the floor? We're not talking about the average millionaire here. We're delving into the spending habits of the billionaires, the ultra-rich, who seem to defy the allure of these luxury brands. Are they immune to the charm of a Gucci bag or a Prada suit? Or is there more to the story? Stay tuned as we unravel the surprising spending habits of the world's ultra-rich. When it comes to spending habits, the ultra-rich and the middle class are worlds apart. Indeed, the chasm between the two is as wide as the Grand Canyon, especially when it comes to fashion. The middle class, for instance, often sees luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci and Prada as symbols of status and success. When they splurge on a designer handbag or a pair of high-end shoes, it's not just about owning a quality item, it's about making a statement, showing the world they've made it. But here's the twist. The ultra-rich, those who could buy 1,000 designer bags without batting an eyelid, often don't. They might own a few key pieces, but their closets aren't overflowing with monograms and logos. And why is that? Because for them, luxury isn't defined by a brand name. It's not about proving anything to anyone. They've already made it, in the most literal sense of the term. Their approach to fashion is less about flaunting and more about functionality and quality. They appreciate the craftsmanship, the story, and the longevity of a piece rather than its logo. They invest in timeless classics that last for seasons, even generations, rather than the latest trend that might be out of style by next season. And let's not forget, the ultra-rich often have access to exclusive items that aren't available to the general public. They might commission a bespoke suit from a renowned tailor or have a one-of-a-kind dress made by a couturier. These items might not scream luxury to the untrained eye, but to those in the know, they're the epitome of elegance and sophistication. So, while the middle class may save and sacrifice to buy a single luxury item, the ultra-rich are busy curating a wardrobe that reflects their personal style, not a brand's logo. As we can see, the ultra-rich and middle class have vastly different perspectives on luxury fashion brands. You might be surprised to learn that the ultra-rich often prefer minor league brands over the major league ones. But why is that? You see, major league brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Versace and Prada, while esteemed, are often associated with mass production and less exclusivity. Their logos are everywhere, from billboards to magazines, and they're easily recognizable even to the untrained eye. This ubiquitous presence can sometimes undermine the sense of luxury and exclusivity that the ultra-rich crave. On the other hand, minor league brands like Ralph Lauren, Brunello Cucinelli, Totemi, The Row and Celine offer a sense of exclusivity, quality and understated elegance that appeals to the ultra-rich. These brands may not have the same instant recognizability as their major league counterparts, but to those in the know, their names are synonymous with craftsmanship, authenticity, and timeless style. The ultra-rich value the craftsmanship, uniqueness, and personalization offered by these minor league brands. They appreciate the fact that these brands invest time and effort into creating each piece, often using traditional methods and high-quality materials. As we've mentioned before, the ultra-rich are not interested in showing off their wealth. Instead, they prefer items that reflect their taste and individuality. And minor league brands often provide just that with their limited edition collections and bespoke services. So it's not just about the brand name, but the quality, exclusivity and personal touch that attracts the ultra-rich to these minor league brands. They value the experience and the story as much as the product itself. And in a world where luxury is often equated with ostentation, this preference for the understated and the unique is truly refreshing. So, what drives the ultra-rich away from luxury fashion brands? That's the million-dollar question we're tackling today. It's not about affordability, but uniqueness, privacy, value, and lifestyle compatibility. The ultra-rich seek bespoke items that ensure distinction and protect privacy. They're savvy investors, preferring assets that appreciate over time, like high-end watches or art, over branded fashion. Their lifestyle of frequent travel and multiple homes makes luxury fashion impractical. It's clear that the ultra-rich are not just about flaunting wealth. They have a unique set of values and priorities when it comes to fashion. So we've explored the fascinating spending habits of the ultra-rich and the middle class. We've delved into the intriguing world of fashion, where luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci and Prada reign supreme. But as we've discovered, the wealthiest among us aren't necessarily the biggest spenders when it comes to these high-end brands. We've compared the ultra-rich to the middle class, unearthing some surprising contrasts. While the middle class may aspire to own items from luxury brands as a symbol of status and success, the ultra-rich often steer clear of these same brands. Not because they can't afford them, but because they choose to prioritize value and uniqueness over the prestige of a brand name. We've also explored the reasons behind the ultra-rich's choices, uncovering a preference for bespoke items, custom experiences and investments that appreciate over time. It's not that they don't appreciate fine craftsmanship or quality, but rather they view these purchases as more than just transactions. They're investments in their lifestyle, their image and their legacy. And while luxury brands certainly have their allure, with their rich histories, fine craftsmanship and iconic designs, we've seen that they don't hold the same appeal for everyone. In the end, it's not about the price tag, but the value, uniqueness and personal preferences that dictate our fashion choices, whether we are ultra-rich or part of the middle class. What about you, my friends? Do you own a luxury bag? Or would you prefer to be low profile, simple but elegant, leading a modest life? If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and consider to subscribe. You are amazing.